What's up, people? Welcome back to Invest with T-Claus. My name is Tavi, and this channel is dedicated to my investment journey, along with coverage on crypto, Tesla, NEO, Virgin Galactic, and ChargePoint. Come for the information and stay for the perspective. So the month of October is coming to a close, and this too was a downward trending month at the macro level. Next week is a big week. On Wednesday, November 1st, Fed Chair Jerome Powell will announce whether interest rate will rise once again or remain at the current level of 5.25% to 5.5%. This will be followed by the jobs report on Friday. What the Fed will do is on most people's minds, and when there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market, investors tend to reduce risk. Hence, the market decline we've seen so far, and that is likely to continue into next week. So looking at NEO specifically, the stock is down another 1.85% this week and a total of 12.06% for the month of October so far. And so it's a good time to check in. With that in mind, for today's video, I'll go over some of the most recent and relevant news on NEO, then take a look at the latest analyst price targets, and I'll close with where I now stand on selling, holding, or buying. As always, this is not to be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my personal approach to investing and the thought process behind it. I'd recommend watching all the way through so that you don't miss out on any pertinent information I'll be sharing. Drop this video an early like if you haven't already, and smash that subscribe button. Those are two easy ways to show your support to the channel and help it grow if you appreciate the content. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the fact that despite the stock price decline, NEO as a company hasn't just been sitting idle, right? After launching the ET5 touring in both China and Europe over the summer, deliveries have now officially started with events in Germany, Sweden, the Netherlands, and Norway over the past week. That's good news, right? Continuing down the path of new products they have coming down the pipeline, their mass market sub-brand codename ALPS, or ALPS, is scheduled to start production soon. Current report estimate that the first model, currently only known as DOM or DOM, is almost done through the prototyping process and will enter production in mid-November. This is exciting news and should provide a lower entry point into the brand. Lower entry point could mean more volume and more sales, which is ultimately good for revenue growth. NEO is currently targeting the second half of 2024 for official product launch. That's exciting. Now, with the earning call approaching, it's important to note that NEO did fall short of the Q3 projected delivery target. NEO delivered 15,641 vehicles in September 2023, which is a 43.8% year-over-year improvement, but NEO had guided to deliveries in a range of 55,000 to 57,000 for the full quarter, right? This implied that for September specifically, a minimum of 25,000 cars delivered was needed to reach that goal. It'll be interesting to hear a commentary during the earning call, currently expected on November 8th. The formal date should be announced sometime next week. But perhaps the biggest news to be paying attention to here is the report that NEO is now one step closer to manufacturing its own cars. Up until now, if you've been following, NEO was relying on JAC, its contract manufacturer, for producing the entire NEO lineup. According to the report, NEO has acquired bankrupt local automaker Leopard in a government-coordinated buyout. This then would qualify NEO for direct auto production. This is happening right as JAC is also looking to sell several billions of dollars worth of its factory assets to alleviate their own financial pressure that they have been experiencing. And so the rumor at the moment is that NEO could be a buyer here and take over up to 2 of JAC factories. Now, this has yet to be officially confirmed by NEO or JAC, so we'll have to wait and see. Assuming the rumors are true, this would be a huge positive for NEO as it will allow them to become the master of their own destiny. Essentially, this would allow them to optimize the manufacturing process and cut costs over time, which ultimately supports their goal of turning profitable. But with all that said, I do have to say that purchasing the JAC factories would be a cash flow strain on NEO near term, right? And that cannot be overlooked. A lot of uncertainty around the path forward in near term. It would be fair to say that they have the ability to work with outside investors instead of further diluting existing investors. But we won't know until the formal announcement is made. So we'll have to sit tight and wait. Overall, I would say that NEO taking over the manufacturing of its lineup from JAC would be a big step forward as they continue to march toward becoming a profitable company. Now, as we look at analyst sentiment, nothing has materially changed for the stock, which frankly isn't surprising given that the company is moving in the right direction, albeit slower than we all would like. So the overall consensus remains bullish with a moderate buy made up of 10 ratings, that's 6 buy ratings, 4 hold ratings, and still 0 sell ratings, which makes everyone happy. Now, the average price target is $14.24, which is good for a 91.40% upside from the current level. That's big, right? This is a great place to be if you really think about it. The top end of the range is at $19.20, and the bottom comes in at $8 flat. The last time we spoke was before the September delivery numbers were in, and I told you then that the stock could slide under $8. And given the disappointing numbers we received, it's not surprising that we find ourselves currently here, right? It's important to note that the opportunity for a positive trend reversal could have followed the golden cross here, but that was not sustained, and we had a complete breakdown over here, leading to the death cross that we just experienced, right? In plain English, what that actually means is that we went from a bullish pattern, which is super positive, to now a bearish pattern, which is not so great. And that's, again, speaking about the near-term price action. Now, the stock is clearly struggling at the moment to find positive momentum, and we'll have to wait a bit longer to see if the current downtrend in price can find a floor. Now, as I sit back and I think about all this, what does that actually mean specifically for me? Personally, as someone who looks at the NIO stock through the long-term view lens, I understand that the company will likely turn a profit somewhere around early 2025 at the earliest. Now, the stock will continue to struggle at a minimum until the Fed announces that they are officially done hiking interest rates. The reason for that is obviously that NIO is a non-profitable growth company, and high interest rates do impact their ability to thrive, right? Bringing this all back around, this means that next week will be a critical week to watch in whether or not NIO gets driven further down due to the pressure of the broader market or finds stability. Now, keep in mind that institutional grade investors or smart money is laser focused on big cap profitable companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, etc. Small cap growth company with no profit like NIO will get minimal investment from that crowd until interest rates come down. And there lies, in my opinion, the opportunity for somebody like me who has a minimal capital allocation. It's for that reason that I'll continue to DCA as I'm able to while the bear market is still in full effect for a company like NIO. You gotta remember that bear markets don't last forever, even if it feels like it, right? The key is to make it to the other side. And right now, NIO has a solid product and has the financial resources to make it to the other side. All I have to do at this point is be patient, which seems simple enough, and I can do that. So that's what I will be doing. But on that note, that is it for me today. If you found value in my content, click that like button and share with others who you think could also benefit from it. For my newcomers, subscribe. It's free, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you too can stay in the know. I'll be back on Sunday for my weekly video. Till then, you can keep up with me here on Twitter for crypto and NFT related news. Thank you for watching. Stay humble, hustle hard, and I'll see you in the next one.